I'm back. We're so back. Okay. Today I'm working on a movie poster for the movie Amélie, and it is the biggest piece of paper I have ever worked on, if you can see. um, so I'm a bit intimidated, but I think we can do it. I'm just going to look up some inspiration on my screen. Movie stills. I'm not talented enough at streaming to show you my screen while I do this. Unfortunately. Okay. I think we can start by blocking out some shapes because I need to figure out where everything's gonna stay on the page. Basically, I'm drawing, if you don't know what Amélie is about, it's about this girl who is heavily neurodivergent coded, who lives in Paris and works at a cafe, and she has a hard time connecting with people, but she finds this guy in the wild who's really interesting, and it's really cute. It's a very strange, cute movie. I recommend you watch it if you haven't already. I'm still looking for a specific movie still where she's standing in front of a metro station, and I really liked the angle that the station was in. The last time I looked this up, I had a really easy time finding it. But I'm struggling now. Okay, well, I actually can't find it. That's really interesting. I don't want to freeball this drawing. Hi, Oat! How are you doing this fine evening? Currently I'm looking up movie stills to inspire me because I need some references. There's like this one picture that I'm having a really hard time finding. Maybe we can just start with like drawing her. This is like the actual biggest piece of paper I have ever used in my life. So I'm gonna be struggling a lot with like trying to place it. I have this like board behind it with these clips so I can swirl it around. Right now it's like leaning against me on a diagonal against my desk, if that makes sense. I'm doing okay, got a little headache, but glad you're feeling better. Being sick is the worst. It truly is. But also, I felt like it was, this is gonna sound weird, but like it was a little fun to just let myself just like be uh, the total opposite lifestyle of the one I'm pushing myself to have. Like, I didn't do any work, I didn't go outside a single time. I played so many video games. And I feel like part of me kind of needed that, like, week of, like, chilling and not having pressure to do stuff or having a valid excuse. Even though that's a bit silly, it, like, felt good in a way. Even though I felt like shit the whole time. um, yeah. Oh, you know what? I did this sketch of my idea in my sketchbook. So maybe we'll look at that so I can have a better reference. Pardon my squeaky chair. No, it makes sense. You got your mind to rest a bit. Exactly. I feel like I can credit that rest for my comeback, my my Twitch resurgence. Okay. Here's Yule's sketchbook. We can. Oh my god, my chair is so squeaky. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's peruse my sketchbook for this movie poster sketch. You'll get sneak peeks of things along the way. So, I had these 3 sketches. This is the one I'm doing. So you can see she's like in the front. She's holding a garden gnome because that happens in the movie. And then this is the train station in the background. It's kind of an interesting perspective. And then there's posters on this like pillar thing that are references to the movie. The other ideas that I had are here. So in this one, it's her as a kid messing with the phone lines, and she's looking at clouds and seeing animals in the clouds. And then this one is her through her window, because I kind of felt like the voyeurism is a recurring theme in this movie, and she's like hanging up a letter she wrote that she dipped in tea because she's like pretending it's a really old letter, so she's hanging it up to dry. But yeah, so my classmates told me this one was the strongest one visually, so that's the one I'm doing. And I literally don't know where to put this to reference it while I draw. I might just rip it out and just have it out here. It'd be fun to do like a sketchbook tour live, I think. Because I just finished this book this month, and there's a lot of juicy knickknacks in here. Sneak peek. Okay. I can't express how big this paper is. It's actually really intimidating. I will be keep like saying that a lot. I apologize. Alright, we got the reference. So she's kind of gonna be here, I think. I'm gonna draw like a skeleton of her body, kind of to get a sense of her pose. Anyways, Oh, I hope you've been resting if you have a headache. Are you sick or is it just a regular headache? It's humongous. You got this though. Thank you. Hi, Gabriel. How are you doing today? Is this one of your favorite movies? It's also one of mine. It's really good. If you haven't watched it yet, you definitely should. It's very bizarre and cute. Okay, so the pose I have her in, she's kind of like on one leg more than the other one. I feel like I'm wrestling this board right now to get the right angle. Maybe I can move the camera a bit more down so you can see closer to where the action is happening. Is that good? They don't have it available to buy in English anymore. Should I say this online? Maybe not. There's ways. There's ways to see it if you try hard enough. Yar, matey. Exactly, you get it. OMG, no way. It's been on my watch list for years, but I've never taken the plunge. Well, now's the time, as this is probably going to take me more than one day to finish, so maybe you can watch it before the next stream, and then we can talk about it if you feel like it. Or I can find a way to play it on, we can watch it together, because I could pretend it's part of my research and make that part of my homework. True, true. Oh, you can't see me drawing her feet. It's hard because when you draw, like now it's flat on the desk. When you draw like that, it like makes the perspective really strange. Like her torso seems so much smaller than her legs, but then when you tilt it up, it's like a little less drastic. That's why I'm wrestling with the page so much. I know, Gabriel, I know you draw, so you probably knew about that, but do you make art? I don't think I've ever asked you, or if you did show. Annie, hi! How are you today? Sorry I can't stay for long because I'm at a show, but I just wanted to say hi. What show are you at? I'm honored that you thought of me despite being in such a location. You're on mute for me too. I will say hello later again. Well, bye bye. Okay. That was cute. You were unsuccessful. I'm so sorry. It's truly not your day today. No! Let's see what you smell like. That's the true telling. You got that good stank. It's not so bad. You're stinky, but in a good way. It's the good stank. 94%. That is profound. I love how that unfolded. It was quite amusing. I smell really good today, apparently. Old book smell. OMG, the paper is so massive it makes you smell like books. You're so right. That must be it. I'm okay. I feel a little worried because it's my first time gonna be lurky while I lay down for a bit. But this is so nice. Missed you, bud. I missed you too. I also miss doing this. Like, it's just really, it's a fun way to do my homework. We can put it that way. I hope you have a good lurk. And I really appreciate you being here. I was just gonna say, I feel a little worried because the pencil erasing is leaving marks on this paper, which is not ideal. I'm hoping, because what I'm doing now is I am drawing and inking this traditionally, and then I'm going to scan it and color it digitally. It needs to be this big because the image resolution needs to be really high because it's a movie poster, so it will be printed at like 20 by 40 inches or something like that. Anyways, I'm worried about the pencil marks. I hope I can take them out without too much issue. Oh, this is another thing. Gabriel, maybe you can help me with this because you watched the movie. My classmates said that they liked the composition where she's looking at the title of the poster, but my partner thinks that because she's so invested in what she's doing, she wouldn't be looking up, she would be looking straight at her book, like ignoring the outside world. And I'm just about to draw her face angle, so I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that, because I've been thinking about it for a while and I can't really come to a conclusion. But my classmates haven't watched the movie. They just said that based on the visuals and like the yeah. But I feel like the gnome points towards the title with his hat. If that makes sense. Also, I totally don't know if Gabriel is still here, so that might be awkward if he isn't. I'm gonna look up a garden gnome reference. Maybe I should look up the specific one from the movie. I drew him way too high up. He's not gonna be resting in her arm if I do it this way. I literally erased it and then started drawing it in the exact same position. That's pretty silly. He's got these big ears. And some jolly cheeks. There he is, boys. The garden gnome. Oh, this paper is really not what I thought it was. They only have like maybe 5 options of paper at my school, and I feel like they're all really nice quality, but they're not all made for like drawing and illustration. It's more like maybe mixed media vibes, painting and such. And I feel like I don't know, I had higher expectations of this paper, but it doesn't seem like it's made to kind of be used for drawing because you can't erase very easily. And we'll see how it takes ink. I feel like it might be fine with the ink. Reference for Amini's outfit. I think she's wearing a jacket and a skirt and a little shirt. Okay, she's got this like blazer situation. I'm so worried about the pencil marks not coming off. Sad days. It's like I would just wait and get more paper, but I literally need to finish this yesterday. So we don't have the time to get the perfect things. My brain is bugging about how to draw a hand holding a book. This is a perfectly regular amount of references to use, by the way. That sounded like sarcasm, but it wasn't. Just want everyone to know that. Okay, so this image I'm seeing, they hold it like this. That hand is too small though. Something of that nature. Sorry for coughing. I'm still getting over that cold. Okay. Little blazer coming out this way. And then her skirt kind of her legs look so long from this angle. I guess I drew them a little long. That's okay, it's stylized. Her skirt kind of goes down mid-calf. One sec, I will be right back. I need to get some water. Okay, BRB. Hello, I'm back. Okay, mid-calf skirt. I like doing this little ruffle type situation, but a simple one, you know? Something of that nature. And she's got these like ankle high docks, if you know the ones I'm talking about. Okay. If you feel like your shoes always look weird, it helps to draw the feet first. Pro tips. I am not good at drawing shoes, but I think it's passable because I do that. I think I'm more of a organic shape girly, you know? Yeah, she's got a pretty pretty simple outfit on. It's just like blazer, skirt, little shirt, and boots. Simple and effective. I do really like her style. I think it's interesting because the movie is like really color graded to be green and red, which is typically Christmas colors, but they make it really not Christmassy somehow. Okay, I actually am so stuck on what angle to make her face. I feel like it's probably more important to have it represent her character than to have it look good, although having it look good is really important. So I think I might make her look at her book, but her pose is like stretched upwards. Okay. For maybe for the sake of the poster, it's fine if it's like her looking up instead of being in character. Maybe? I'm actually so lost. I feel like I come to conclusions and immediately change my mind. This is very difficult, I will say. Like, if she's looking down, she kind of goes behind the gnome, and in that sense it might be less good because you don't even see her face. Okay, we're just gonna do her looking up because that's what the people in my class said, and that's the sketch I drew. And it points to the title and it helps with the composition, so. I'm gonna look up another reference of her face. Oh, my eraser fell on the floor. Womp womp. One day I'm gonna be a pro streamer and live in a really epic house and not have a squeaky chair and a tiny desk, and it'll be super epic for all of us. I guess Gabriel did leave because he never responded to me. Who needs him? I'm joking. Obviously. I feel like since I got sick, I took a while off of drawing. I'm probably not very warmed up anymore. Why did I say anymore? I mean that I'm not warmed up. I have spent the last week not drawing, and I think I feel the difference that makes. Truly. Guys, these pencil marks are gonna be the death of me. You know what? I have a light table. Maybe I can... Whoa! But that would change... Okay. Say your thoughts out loud. If I flip this around, I can line it on the other side and not get the pencil marks on the line art. But that would mean that it would be flipped, which might reveal some errors in my art, which is what flipping your art does, which is why it's important to flip your art when you're doing digital. That's really easily accessible, but with traditional it's much less so. But I feel like it could still work if I believe in myself. We'll find solutions. I literally have never drawn something this big before on this paper, and it's a really important project because it's supposed to be something that shows your skills in your portfolio. So I want it to be good, which is why I'm worrying so much about it, because I'm in my last year of school and I need everything I do to be really good because I want to succeed. Classic fourth year student mindset, I suppose. trace the legs, it becomes much clearer what is happening, don't you think? Don't you think? Is what I said. I don't know if that was audible. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but when my throat is sore, my voice just gets like caught in my throat sometimes and doesn't come out all the way. I'm sure I'm not the only one that happens to. I feel like if I saw this in the streams you might be interested in page, I don't know if I'd click on it. It's a little bizarre. Okay. So next I have to do the background. Which means I need to find that image that I was referencing. So let me do that real quick. Mini movie stills, Metro. Okay, I found it. It's a really strange kind of perspective. Let's see how well I fare. Okay, so the other problem is that I don't usually draw backgrounds, and this whole project was supposed to push me past my usual wheelhouse, but I'm a perfectionist, so I can't have that. Let me wrangle this board around a second. How does how does that look? Wait, maybe I can zoom out a little bit. Oh, okay. I think that's fine, right? You can see a little keyboard action. Okay. So we got kind of this building that goes up this way. All right. Then we have this sort of pillar structure Goodness gracious. Can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm working up here now. Got this pillar structure here that follows this line. Goes down this way. Like so. And it goes out a little bit here. And down. I feel like to avoid what's the word? When two lines touch, it's better to have the lines meet like this. What I'm saying right now makes no sense. I'm still a little brain foggy from being sick. Okay, if you have an object in the background and an object in the foreground, it's better to completely cross them over than it is to have them meet like my hands are right now on screen, because the converging line makes it confusing visually in a drawing. So instead of making the pillar, because it gets bigger as it goes down in the original image, but if I made it bigger as it goes down, it would kind of make that converging line with the book. So I need to kind of make it go straight down for a bit more and then go out. But it's farther behind her, so it might end closer to here. I have to say, in the original, she is not in this position right here. She's standing somewhere else, so it's a little difficult to see what I'm doing. I really love just giving myself the hardest challenge possible at any given time for some reason. Okay. And then, so it goes out a little bit like this. Everything will make sense at some point, I swear. And like this. And like this. And then down here. Like so. Alright. We got the start of our sort of structure. I'm gonna push you further up maybe. Let me see. This is actually the most chaotic filming process of all time for me. I hope it's a little less chaos on your end, though I doubt it. Okay, so we have these lines there. If you're wondering why I'm doing this freehand also, I believe that if you do your straight lines free-handed, the brain kind of tricks you into thinking that they're all in the right place, whereas if you use a ruler, it will be easier to tell that things are off, if that makes sense. Fun facts. The top of this thing has a little bubble. Like so. And bubble here. I feel like visually the digital coloring process will be a lot more fun to observe, for sure. Okay, so, alright, then we have this sort of curved situation. Me when I have a curved situation, am I right? Okay. And then there's this, from the same level as here, there's this like diagonal thing. By thing, I mean the bottom of a staircase that goes down this way and then flattens out here. You can see all that, right? No, you can't. Well, that's good. Alright, so here's this like staircase situation. And the top of the stairs is this, it's basically like an enclosed staircase. So you can't really see the stairs very well. I feel like it's too short. Maybe if I add like an inch on both sides, it might make more sense. Up, 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 this way. Wow. Big stretch, guys. Now I'm doing the roof here, which is kind of like this. Oh, I see what I did wrong with this. Because the start of it is straight, because it goes like that, and then down, and then straight across. That looks a little more correct in terms of proportion. And then the train. And then there's this this rail here. So is definitely the ugly stage of my art every time. I think it always comes together a lot cleaner with my line art. And I'm excited about this size as well as worried about it because it will allow me to add way more details than I usually do. And I've never given myself the challenge. Alright. Okay, we have a problem. The problem is I don't like how this is looking and I want to restart because I regret my decision of her looking up. It it makes it too Disney, if that's any way of saying it. And like the real movie, she's really antisocial. She's not like full of, well, she's full of wonder, but not in a like la-di-da kind of way, more in like an intense way. And I don't think this translates the vibe of the movie well enough. But I feel like I'm warmed up now, and maybe I can do it better. So I'm going to flip the paper around, plain and simple. The necessary but painful process of art making. Okay. I put the clips back in. Okay, I'm going to draw lines to separate the page into 3 parts, and this will help me. I got real worried for you for a sec because my silly mind thought it was Wednesday, but you got this. You still have valid reason to be worried. I need to still line the entire thing in ink and color it. But thank you. I really appreciate the encouragement. Yippee! I love these little cheerleader guys. They're good. Okay, I feel like I know my original sketch you see her whole body, but what if she's closer to the front so she covers more of the background? But then I'd be copying the picture directly that I'm referencing. I need to think. So, okay. It's really hard to get back in the flow of things after being sick for a week. I'm struggling. I also almost feel like I need a stand to make this better. Like stand up. Maybe I'll try that. Okay. I'm gonna try standing, and I'm gonna try changing your pose. That means you can go here, and that might be better. Don't mind my tea. Okay. So I think that her being closer is more like the film from all the stills I've seen on Tumblr. Yeah, she's like she is the main character, right? She needs to be the here's the thing. I'm pushing myself with this piece to do things that I never do, such as, but not limited to, drawing backgrounds of cities with perspective and drawing characters interacting with said background. Because usually when I draw, I only draw the character kind of floating in space. And in order to have a career, I should probably push myself past that, at least a little bit. But I think already drawing this complex city background is pushing me enough that I can justify maybe bringing her closer, even though it wouldn't exactly be her interacting with the background. Okay, so if she's closer, maybe her face can be like dead center, and she's got her book kind of like here. It's not really a book, it's like a notebook. And she's real big right here. I need to reference the garden gnome somehow, but I'm sure we can figure out another way to do that. Okay, we got her hair. I'm already liking this much better, I will say. Oh, her hair kind of just totally covers her ears, actually. Me when I access flow state. I love saying flow state. Oh my god, oh, sorry if you're lurking and you don't want to answer this, don't feel pressured to, but have you seen the movie Soul by Pixar? Because I watched it recently and it made me bawl my little eyes out. thought it was interesting the way they talked about like the flow state and where people go when they enter that state. It was a cool rendition of it, in my opinion. Okay, oh yes, I haven't watched it since it came out though. I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it for the first time last week. I feel like I definitely should have seen it when it came out because it's really good. um, yeah. Did you cry though? I cried so much. It was a little excessive. Okay, she's holding this like pen situation, you know? Like this. Standing is making all the difference, let me tell you. Okay, then she's got this kind of roughly number. I cried a lot. I feel like people slept on it. I agree. I think it's because maybe it's like a story featuring like an adult and like it's not very, I don't know, like bright and colorful. It's like a little more realistic. Maybe people aren't really into that when they think of Pixar movies, but it was so well done. And the message was really like uh important in my opinion of like appreciating the little things in life and how there's no meaning to life but how that could be a beautiful thing, or like how the meaning of life is just to watch the clouds go by or to enjoy a slice of pizza. It's not necessarily to like achieve anything. I thought that was really important and it made me cry. Alright, this is looking way better already. Way better. Pencil sharpening moment. I think because it came out during lockdown, but yeah, so gorgeous. The little soul guys gave me cuteness aggression. Oh my god. When they're all like sitting together on the interdimensional being thing and they like all copy the hat he's wearing. I don't know if you remember that scene. I squealed a little bit, I won't lie. The fact that it came out during lockdown does make sense for why it was less popular, I guess, because people couldn't go to the theater as much, so it wasn't like as fun to talk about movies, maybe. I feel like for this composition, I need like two sort of shapes in the background, but it has to be two city shapes. So maybe I'll find a different scene with cityscape and perspective. Or maybe in the metro. We could have the iconic metro sign in the background. What if it's the iconic metro sign, but it says the movie title in it? And it's right here. Oh, can you see that? And it's right here. Whoops. Oh, my rice is done. Can you hear the beeping? Ooh, that would be good, right? I think this is the way. I think this is the move. 'Cause then it like frames her head in a nice way. And we can have the signpost here with the little swirlies. There's like a big light on top, but that will cut off the paper. Oh my god, one of the clips just went flying. Like so. I'm feeling it. But then we definitely need more details like around her head of the city in the background to like bring in like perspective, you know? But I really like this so far. This like dead center kind of situation. Oh, this is way better. I cannot stress that enough. I was getting so, I don't know, down on myself about the other one. Yeah. Okay. Yay! I'm so glad you're here with me, Oat. The emotional support is definitely helping me right now. I feel like I would have maybe been like, ugh, I'm sick of this, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, if I wasn't streaming right now, which is definitely a pro of streaming in my books. This is a crazy idea and probably not a good one. What if it was like a view of the entire city from above, kind of like disappearing as it went on behind her head? Like there's like the horizon back here, kind of, and you see like buildings getting smaller and smaller, kind of like that. With like maybe a chimney in the foreground. I feel like this is a really good idea, but also an insanely tedious one. Is it worth it, is the question. Oh my god, this looks really good. I feel like I need to do that. I'm grimacing right now at all the work that all these little buildings will take me. Okay. I think I have to do it. I just feel like it slaps. And as the great masters of art say, if it slaps, you gotta do it. You can do it! Thank you! Ooh, what if there are clouds over here? Like, in the horizon. Because she's got her head in the clouds. For real. Like, for real, for real. This is good. I'm going to actually just start lining her face right now because I know that is something that comes easily to me. And then maybe I'll sketch the background in more detail. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna bring you closer to her face because I'm gonna sit for this. BRB, gotta take my doggy out to potty and feed the little gremlins. No worries. I will be here when you're back. Say hi to your doggies for me, if you haven't left already and you heard that. I thought I was gonna sit, but I can't do that with this piece. helpful it is to have the monitor show me what it looks like from afar. Also, sorry for getting so quiet there. I feel like I just got really focused on this. Really very focused. Alright, her nose needs to be a little thicker lined. It's funny how thin these lines look when you blow up the scale so much. I need to make them so much thicker than usual, but I think that will be helpful to make her look really close to the viewer compared to the background. This is very random, but this morning I had a philosophy class at 8:30 in the morning. I swear doing philosophy that early is really difficult. But we were studying this philosopher called Edouard Glissant, and I just can't stop thinking about the way that people say the name in English. It just sounds a little silly to me. Glissant. Like glissant versus glissant it just doesn't sound the same. And I've been like repeating glissant, glissant in my head kind of all day since this morning. For context, it's 8 p.m. now, so in completely unrelated and true ADHD fashion, I suddenly had the intense urge to watch Ponyo. I would say this happens to me quite frequently. Oat is back! Hi! How are your gremlins doing? OMG, they're so baby, little hungry hippos. So cute. Are you referring to dogs or other critters? Creatures. I feel like any creature can fit that description. That's so cute though. I remember when my dog was a puppy, we'd call her a little hippo because she would just eat with the big chompies, like the little plastic Hungry Hippos game. I have a pity, so she definitely resembles a little hippo sometimes. Cute. You're right. Pit bulls have that certain quality. The little je ne sais quoi. What's her name? I always do this thing where I draw on this side and then I need to wait a second so that I don't smudge it. Athena? But you call her Tina, Teeny Tina. That's so cute. But Athena is so majestic. I love that for her. Smudge test. Smudge test. We're good. I don't know if I talked about this before, but my dog is staying with my parents because oh, it is, but she's a little too goofy to be majestic. LMAO. I also have 2 cats who just respond to their nicknames. Cuties. I love when dogs have like the most beautiful, majestic names because they're all a little goofy. Except the select few that have like a royal aura about them and lots of sass. Yeah. When I got my dog, I don't have an allergy to dogs, but I for some reason was really allergic to her, which was a little devastating. So she stays with my parents, and I do feel a little lost whenever. Sorry, I just hit the mic. I do feel a little lost whenever I don't live with dogs, because they I don't know, they just really help you keep on top of your like routine, and also they help you keep like a positive outlook on life, because even if they're in a bad situation, they find a way to like enjoy things, and I find that really helpful to be around in general as an energy. They're a bunch of angels. Tina is my first doggy. I've mostly been a cat person, but she's so fun. I am extremely allergic to cats, so I've never had the pleasure of living with one. But I know they're like silly little rascals as well. And also, I love the series Warrior Cats. But I feel like the cats in that series have nothing to do with cats in real life. I mean, that's obvious because it's a fantasy series, but like more than that, they're like, I don't think they capture the silly alien nature of cats in that series. So I didn't know cats were like that for the longest time. But yeah, I really, really want a dog. I think it's gonna be my goal after I graduate is to get somewhere that's pet friendly so that I can get a little doggy. This time I'll make sure I'm not allergic to them though. That would be dramatic for me if that happened twice. What was it like for you when you got Tina? See, I pushed the canvas with my elbow by accident and made a little smudge. But that's okay. Just have to add more little details. And then the problem goes away. Oop, my Wi-Fi acted up, but I'm back again. That's okay. I'm glad you're back. I just asked you what it was like when you got Tina. If you feel like talking about it. She was my roommate's doggy first, but they couldn't take care of her, so we took charge. But she's so energetic sometimes, it's like, damn girl, please relax. I feel like having an energetic dog is really difficult when you're a young adult because generally you have so much going on. It's hard to like make time to tire them out every day. My dog was a border collie, so I passed the quote unquote curse to my parents. But I feel you. I was trying to remember earlier to post that I'm streaming on my story on Instagram, and I completely forgot to do that. Sorry. One sec. I'm gonna get tea. I'm gonna cough more. Okay, I'm back. You said, I was just used to cats before, so it was a total different vibe. We always need to take her out on walks and play lots, or else she gets too rowdy. That's a classic. I feel like people underestimate how much work it takes to take care of a dog, because they're pretty much like little human babies. Except that some of them don't even sleep too good, but most of them don't have the keeping you up at night feature. But it's like, I don't know, you have to take them everywhere with you, and well, you don't have to, but what am I saying? It just takes a lot. I feel you. And then if you don't do all those things, they get rebellious. But it's worth it. Right now I don't have any pets at all, and it's a sad, sad time. Because I love animals a lot. If I need a break, say less. Gotta stay nice and comfy. Nah, I'm good. We're doing the homework marathon right now. I do want to get as much done as I can by 11. I feel like I'm good. I can take a break probably soon-ish, but as of right now, we're chilling. I did not eat dinner, so that's a thing I have to do. Meow. university life be like? I think that's what I tell myself, and like an attempt to romanticize the amount of work I need to do all the time. But I literally draw for so long every week. It's like more than a full-time job, TBH. But yeah, my routine is so intertwined with the little babies. If it changes, I'm gonna crash out. Yeah. I don't have that right now. I literally could do something completely different one day to the next and be, well, I wouldn't say fine because it doesn't feel good, but nothing bad happens if I sleep in one day and wake up really early the next. How are we feeling with the level of detail in the hair? Should I add more? Or is it good and fine as is? I like it. I love the way you add texture to all your art. Oh, thank you. I'm actually obsessed with inking. It's so much fun. I think it's why I wanted to be a tattoo artist so bad. I mean, there's a few reasons for that, but this was definitely one of the top ones because I feel like my technique for inking art is really similar to tattooing techniques in some ways. I kind of want to just like color this black because that sounds fun. What if we do that right now? Just like the pole for the metro, because it looks like not that big compared to the face, but compared to my hand, it's pretty big. And all that scribbly texture is my favorite stuff. satisfying is that? What if I bring it closer to you? Look at that texture. Yummy. Okay. Shirt collar. Let's go. Okay, her shirt has this little V-neck thing. By V-neck, I mean the smallest V-neck you've ever seen. And then the collar pops out a little bit. Like so. And there's these little ruffles on top. Let me see the reference, because I don't know if the ruffles stop here or if they go down into the slit, if that makes sense. Okay, they just stop right here, and they're very small. Very nice, very slay. Add little stitching here. And one more close up. Sugoi ne. Alright, other side. My partner's coming back if you hear things in the background. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Epic.
I'm gonna cook salmon now.
Okay. Thank you. head is still driving me a little crazy, so I'm gonna call it a night, but good luck. You got this. So happy to be able to hang out for a while. Okay, I hope you get some really good rest and feel better, and I'm sorry your head's been driving you so crazy. And also, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was really cool to hang out with you, and it's been a while. Take care of yourself. Much love. It's funny how much faster drawing goes when you like what you're doing. Hope to catch more of your streams later. Love you, bud. Good night. Love you too. I'm sure you will. What if she had one hair out of place right here? What then? Okay, I have to go eat dinner and get ready for my day tomorrow. So I think I'll pick this up on the morrow and end it here for now. But I feel like I managed to get her face done and sketch the whole thing out twice and have a really cool idea. So I feel happy with the progress we made today. Today is 4 days away from the due date. So we'll definitely get hustling this week. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow, probably, if all goes well. Thank you for watching.